The man behind the infamous letter asking the White House to probe parents at school board meetings is speaking out to Fox Digital, saying the organization's leaders placed the blame squarely on him.
I was completely backstabbed at a board meeting. I felt betrayed, I guess, by the officers, by three of the officers at least, in particular, when they announced the apology and they didn't bother to at least tell me.
That's National School Board Association interim CEO Chip Slavin. Here to react, senior fellow at the Independent Women's Network and senior contributor for The Federalist, Asra Nomani. Asra, thanks for being here. Either way, the letter came out. He's saying, no, but they're trying to blame me. Isn't the bigger story the fact that the letter was written in the first place in coordination with the White House?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I let you get your beauty sleep last night because I spent the night then reading the 500 pages of emails that the School Board Association, put out in response to the outrage that we had as parents. And I got to tell you something. This guy, and I love him because he's a fellow mountaineer from West Virginia, okay? So breaks my heart to say this, but he is in la la land because he does not take any responsibility. And when you read in those emails, he took no responsibility back then. But let me tell you exactly what happened. This was a political operation. This Chip Slavin got an email from an Ohio board member who said, "We're going to lose in November. Isn't there something that you can do to stop this attack on our school board members?" And he mentioned the election. So, I know this hasn't been put out there at all because, it's like buried in these 500 pages of emails. And you know what? Something else that nobody else knows? They put out this letter that did equate parents to domestic terrorism. Yep. And then days later, after the Justice Department weighed in and said, they're going to sic the FBI on us, guess what? President Biden actually called Viola Garcia, who is at the National School Board Association, one of the leaders, and the White House staffer said, "We've got your back." So this nonsense that they've put out there that there was no coordination with the White House it's just like what your instincts feel, which is you're being played, right? And this guy is completely trying to not take responsibility. But you know what? I want to just tell the parents that we won. Like even now they're trying to gaslight us. This Chip Slavin is trying to gaslight us, but we won. The shirt that I'm wearing says Mama Bear because and on this side, it says all the things that we've been called domestic terrorists. He even called us in his emails. He equated our folks coming to the school board meetings as QAnon and all that. So it goes on and on, but we won.
You sure did, and thank you for doing the work. You're exactly right. Just a few days later, the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, came out and affirmed what was written in the letter. And the NSB, we asked for a statement, by the way, in response to the interview you just saw on Fox Digital. And here's what the National School Board Association is saying today. They said the letter was principally directed, reviewed, and approved by Mr. Slavin. In addition, evidence indicates that White House officials discussed the existence of the letter, its request, and the contents of the letter with Department of Justice officials more than a week before the letter was finalized and sent to President Biden. So he may have had an oversized impact, but they're standing by the fact that there was coordination, the White House wanted it, and they wrote the letter.
Yeah, they actually, the 500 pages of emails are filled with, the executive office email addresses because they were White House staffers that were involved in it. And I didn't know all of these people because these are those unknown people that are behind the scenes in the Biden administration right now. But they're all folks that are high up in the Education Department, Justice Department, White House as a Democratic political operatives. So this was absolutely a political operation. And again, parents, we prevailed because we ended up dismantling this very toxic machine that was brought against us. And just to keep it real, I just want folks to know that, we've got parents from Texas to Massachusetts and Oregon, still rapping on the doors of school boards trying to be heard. And please don't ever give up.
Asra and Nomani, thanks for keeping it real for us this morning. We appreciate it. Thanks for breaking it down.
Thank
You got it.